Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's been a few weeks since I did a video, and that's because I've been working hard. As you can see, there's some greenery here behind me. So I've been pressing on, putting on my scatter, and then on top of that doing something I've never done before, and that's static grass. It's this stuff. Now, I've never used this before, so I actually had to watch some videos to see how you use it. And quite simply, you use one of these. So there's a 9-volt battery in here, then there's a terminal in the cup, and there's the other terminal. So you quite simply put the glue on, fill this with your static grass. As you can see, there's a grid there. You apply this to the edge of the glue and you shake. And what it does, that little bit of static charge makes all the filaments stand up, and it gives it a great texture. Then you can go over the top with a different glue, one that you spray on as opposed to brush on, and then you can shade it. You can put different shades on. So for instance, I've got this spring green, and I'll go over the top with this slightly darker mixed sort of meadow grass, just to make it a bit more realistic than just one straight flat colour. I've been putting roads in. Now, the material I've used for the road isn't exactly accurate, but what is? Roads aren't black, they're not grey. They're sort of a bit of this and a bit of that and a bit of the other. So that's basically what I've used. I've used something called ash and cinders, and it produces a dark road without it being one flat colour. And of course the houses are going in. Now, the next part of my journey on this is I've got to get this complete board here complete. So to do that, I've got to finish the canal, I've got to put more trees in, I'm going to make some trees as well as using the stuff you get out of a packet, and I've got to put lighting in, and I'll show you that when I get to it. Plus the ballasting. Now, this is where it all went wrong last time. What I did was I looked on YouTube and I had a good look at how people do ballasting. So they spread the ballast out, then you soak it with water and washing up liquid to break the surface tension, and then they get out the mix of 50-50 PVA glue and water with washing up liquid, and they splash it all over. You wouldn't believe how much some of these people put on. There's only one problem with that. They don't tell you what can go wrong. What can go wrong is this. Number one, you get glue on the track, so you have to clean the track. Number two, this 50-50 mix is very seeking. And the two things it really likes seeking out more than anything else is points. The blades of the point, meaning that they don't transmit electricity. And the other thing they like is fish plates. And it turns all your conducting fish plates into non-conducting fish plates. So I ended up with dead track. So this time I'm using something else. It's a thing called ballast bond. It's expensive compared to PVA, but the dispenser on it is tiny. It's absolutely tiny. So you put a drop on and you let it, I don't know why I'm doing this underneath the camera where you can't see, but you put a drop on and it kind of like spreads, and you put another drop on and it spreads. It goes a very long way, and there's considerably less chance of it finding its way into fish plates. Plus, on here, I put lots and lots of droppers. So hopefully, even if I do mess up a fish plate, it's going to get power from one direction or the other. So let me get the phone out, because it's much better with close-up shots, and I'll show you what I've been doing. Just a mo. So I've got on the base coat of scatter, if you like, into my third corner out of 4. Rock wall has been painted, we've got that road in. Here's the first bit of static grass. And it really does stand up. And it's very tactile. As you can see, I'm working from the back of the board towards the front. So there's no work done at the front. This corner is done. And it really does feel very nice. It's very bristly. Up in the corner we now have a cottage and some trees and a hedge and some flowers and a greenhouse and a Mercedes. Why not? Ballasting yet to be done. Middle section is static grass. The canal banks are now in. The lockkeeper's cottage is in. My vacuum cleaner is in. And we have another cottage up here with some hedgerows and fencing and flowers and people and a garden shed. More roads in, signal boxes in, another house with people and fencing and flowers and trees. Approximate location of where the cattle dock is going to go. And it's all looking rather good. There's still an awful lot of work to go. And I really wish my lighting was better, then we wouldn't have all these shadows. So let's get something rolling on it. Here's the GWR tank pulling a couple of GWR coaches. I just got these. These are from Graham Farish. I couldn't remember there for a second. I think it's the B set. Now I don't know what the B set means, but it is the B set. Nice to get something running. I haven't run anything for absolutely ages. Well, the lighting in here is terrible, isn't it? All those shadows, and now I've got a shiny bonce. Now, one of the people who inspired me to start this is a chap called Ron. He's got a channel on YouTube called Parkinsons Walks. So go and have a look. Part of what he does is to seek out all the old railway lines that got cut under Mr Beeching. So he's always finding bridges over, bridges under, viaducts, tunnels, abutments, walls, platforms, signal boxes, sometimes stations, all manner of things. Oh Barney, be quiet. And sometimes he doesn't find anything at all when he goes out on a walk. All he's got is an overgrown embankment, a little bit of track bed, and something that I pull his leg about with split sleeper fence posts. So I'm going to be doing some of those for Ron. And sometimes he'll find fence posts made out of GWR broad gauge rail. But again, it all depends on the section as to how much he finds. Now, his videos go back years. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, go and check out Ron's channel, have a look at the latest video, but then go back about 4 or 5 years and you'll find some amazing walks and amazing finds that he finds for us to watch. So I thought I need to put Ron on this layout. Now, of all the little people I could find, I couldn't really find any that looked like Ron. So what I think is, perhaps in days gone by, he might have wanted to be a train driver. And because he likes going back in time, he's going to have the little TARDIS. So every time I make a video from now on, somewhere on this layout, you're going to find Ron and the TARDIS, where he's inspecting some of my work. Now, because I've been making a mess here, I haven't run anything for over 3 weeks. So I think I'm going to have a little tidy up of all the junk that's laid out here. And let's run something. I've had a clean of the track, so hopefully there'll be no glue on it and no mess on it. So let's get something running, shall we? It's been a while. as you can see, the petrol station is now in. The road in this area is complete. And I had a bit of a cock up. Now this is where I'm going to put a row of shops. I was going to put houses, but now I've changed to shops. Now here is the cock up. I've had to cut into the bank, and I had to cut into the roof of the tunnel. Basically somewhere along the line I've leant on it and pushed it downwards, and I got a loco stuck, so I had to cut it open and fix it. Now it's fixed, I won't have to do it again. That was my curbstones, which is going to form the pavement around my shops. Here's my fencing, Pico brown. I've given it a splash of grey just to take the shininess of it. And I've taken this lump out. Because I'm putting shops in, I need somewhere for houses. So the houses are going to go up there. That's about it for the moment, other than I still haven't completed my wiring.